Okay, so I've got our theme for today. It's clearly curiosity and vulnerability. It's obviously everything you've said has that as an undertone. It's like a really loud drum beat. So I want to hone in on the first thing that you said about modern leaders. I love those 2 points. I think we could mic drop right there. It's beautiful because you've got really being able to show your people that you care, and then also understand the broader macro factors. That could be both factors that are within the economy and outside of the control of the business, but you're also saying inside the control of the business. Ask your partners in other parts of the business what's going on so you don't make a promise they can't deliver on. I'm hearing that as an underlying theme. Make sure that you're walking in unison so you're able to pivot and adjust and support them in the challenges that they're dealing with. So I want to go in on the first one because we talk about the demonstrating we care about the people we manage. There are some leaders that I talk to that feels really scary to them. They don't know how to unpack that, and they're afraid that entire one-on-one is going to become a therapy session, and they're not a trained therapist, so they'd rather just stick to the agenda. So for those leaders that maybe follow process really well and don't intuitively or instinctively know how to do this, what are ways to work into a one-on-one conversation? Questions or comments you can make, or even create space to show you care and still have plenty of time to talk about the business. If we were to kind of watch you in one of these moments do it, how would we actually break down questions you ask or how you spend your time in those conversations?
I fully appreciate the concern that comes along with it. I won't lie. I've had moments where I'm like, oh, that was more than I expected, right?
Not really sure what to do with that, but thank you for sharing.
Correct, right? You, all of us, I think, have had those moments. But, I think that there is so much value in this simple question. How are you doing? How are you doing? It is amazing to me when you ask that question and allow for a bit of space, right? A little bit of pause, right? So often, how are you doing? Okay, let's get into agenda A, B, C, D, and E, right? But how are you doing, right? And that gives people, one, it lets them know that you're interested and you're open to hearing. And then two, it lets them fill in that space with whatever is comfortable for them or relevant or resonant for them in the moment. And I think that just creating that moment to allow for someone to offer, right, a bit about how things are going, it means a lot, right? It is not meant to be a therapy session or overly cathartic, but there are just simple pieces on, hey, how is your day going? Or if you notice that there are differences in a person's behavior, we work together with these people and we see them day in and day out. And if you see something that is off, that is a bit out of the ordinary, hey, I noticed that you were a bit quieter today, or I noticed that you didn't have your normal dose of optimism and positive leaning. Like, tell me about that. Is there something going on? Is something that you would like to share? And so I think that just those simple questions and paying attention to people and what their baseline is, and being able to understand when there's something that might be a little bit off and inquire about that, I think that goes a long way, right? I definitely try to have a healthy dose of balance and boundaries. But I always want people to know that, once you're a part of my team, we are connected. We are connected. I care about you in the context of this job. I actually care about you more broadly in the context of want you to have a wonderful career and experience. And that might be with me, that might not be with me, but I keep in contact with a lot of people that I've connected with and had the pleasure of working with over the years. And it's because it just boils down to simply, I do care and care about and value them just as an individual. So the tips I would give to someone else are, do what's comfortable for you. People can tell when things are awkward or uncomfortable or inauthentic, and nobody wants those. But, just creating a little bit of space in a day, in a one-on-one, to ask a simple question, allow for a bit of the other things that aren't just the work things to infiltrate. And I think you'll be surprised by how much people value that, appreciate that, and how foreign it is, right? We are busy. We are moving quickly. but there is time and there is space to make a little bit of room for those conversations and those connections.
You are going to have so many resumes landing on your desk after this podcast, Ciare. People are going to be lining up to work with you.